Hey everybody, I'm Mary and welcome back to my kitchen. How many times have you guys made something and it just doesn't turn out like you anticipate? Well, it still happens to me, and you just have to try to figure out a way to correct it. I made some jelly a week or so ago. Folks, I guess I got in a hurry. It just didn't set the way that it should. And now I had some really good tasting syrup, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted jelly. So I got online and done some research, and I found that there's a way that I can fix my syrup and turn it into jelly. So that is what we're going to do this evening. So I'm going to take all these jars right here. I'm going to pop the top. And guys, I really hate to waste a flat, but oh well. It is what it is. And I'm going to pour it in here. It has a little bit of thickness to it, but not enough to make what I needed. But I'm going to dump all this out and I'm going to measure it, and the amount of pectin, sugar, lemon juice, and all that stuff depends upon the amount of syrup, unset jelly, mess ups, whatever you want to call it is. We're just going to call it unset jelly. And hopefully, hey, that one had a little more in it. And that's after a week. So hopefully with a little bit more cooking and pectin, it will actually set the way it's supposed to, because this has an amazing flavor. I had never made the peach pit and peach pit jelly before, but let me tell you, it's definitely going to be a family favorite. I'll put a link in the description box on this, and go from there. We're getting close here to filling this up. I have a couple more jars, and I'm going to go ahead and just empty them, and I'll bring you back here in a minute. Okay, I have my jelly measured out. Okay, I have 64 ounces, which is 2 quarts in this container. So I'm going to pour it into my pot. And I have it on about medium heat. I definitely don't want to burn that. Okay, according to what I have found in several different places online, for each quart of jelly that does not set, you use 1/4 cup sugar. Well, I have 2 quarts, so I have a half. Okay. You add a half cup of water, which would be a cup of water, and 2 tablespoons of bottled lemon juice, so that's going to be 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. You get that mixed up right quick. Okay, and I need to add 8 teaspoons of powdered pectin. It's 4 teaspoons per quart, so again, I have 2 quarts. Just get my JELL open, and we'll measure out the 8 teaspoons. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. But I'm going to stick the entire package, folks. There's only like about a teaspoon left in that. So I'm going to stir this, mix it up, and bring it up to a boil. I'll let you see what it looks like when it starts to boil. Okay, our jelly mixture is almost up to a boil. I'm trying to stir it really often so we don't have any issues with possible sticking or anything like that. But while that is coming up to temperature, we're going to pour a little bit of white vinegar in our canner. That way we don't have any of the white film that's on the jars or the lids. Now if you forget to do that, you can put some vinegar on a paper towel and wipe each jar off. It will take that white film off. But myself, I would rather pour just a little bit in there and save that extra step, but it's entirely up to you. But if you don't have hard water, you may not have that issue. But unfortunately, I do. So just put that over there. And we wait. That seems to me to be the longest part of processing anything. Waiting for it to get ripe. Waiting until you get time to cut everything up. Starting processing. Waiting on it to come to temperature. You definitely cannot do this in a 30-minute time span, folks. So make sure you have plenty of time anytime you're processing anything whatsoever. But we're going to let this come on up to a full boil, and then we are going to let it have a really hard boil for about 30 seconds. Okay. My mixture has come up into a pretty good boil, so we're going to sit and let it boil for about 30 seconds. Okay. I have my jars in this pot right here. They're in warm water. They're not scalding hot or anything. They just come out of a dishwasher, so they're not cold. Okay. And I have my canner over here, and I have the water preheating in it, because you never want to put anything that's cold into something that's hot, because if you do, it's going to crack. So, okay, we've been boiling for 30 seconds. I've got my jar out, my funnel, my ladle. I turn the heat off. Turn that over, bring that over. Hopefully, folks, we don't make too big of a mess. And hopefully this sets up this time, because the flavor of this is so good. Now, a lot of people skims that little white stuff off their jelly. Guys, it don't bother me any, but if you want it to look prettier, then take the time to skim it off. But we don't care. If you'll notice, I have new lids. It's hot. Okay, they are not in hot water. They're not boiling. Today's lids, it's not recommended to do that. So I'm just going to continue to fill this up. Try to work as fast as what I can while this is still pretty much at a boil. Dump that up. Put that in there to catch any drips. Wipe the rim. Always wipe the rim so you don't have anything on there to prevent silt. Just doing finger tight. Put them in your canner. And whenever I get this done, we're going to bring it up to a boil, and we're going to water bath it for 10 minutes. My canner is full of the little half-pint jars, but there's enough room to put more jars in there, but you can't just sit them down on top of it. So I have the bottom little plate that goes in my other canner, so I'm going to set that down on top of it. And I'll set my other jars on top of that. That way I can get everything done in one canner. We're almost done. Hopefully this jelly's going to set up this time. Okay. This is the last of the jelly. Awesome. I'm really surprised we got that close. Okay. Like I say, folks, a lot of people skim that right there off, that little foam. If it bothers you, do it. Doesn't bother me because we're eating this here. I'm not giving it to anybody. I'm selfish on this. Not teasing. If anybody wants it, they can have it. But that doesn't bother me any. A lot of it will probably cook out as I am processing it anyway. Okay. Now I'm just going to finish filling up my canner and bring that up to a rolling boil, and we're going to let it boil for 10 minutes. Probably take a couple more of these and then we're rocking. Okay. Alright, the timer has gone off on our reprocessed jelly. So let's take it out. It looks a lot thicker, folks, so I've got hope for that. It can take it 24 to 48 hours to set. So hopefully we will know well before then. Let me just continue on getting all these out. I have to remove the lid right here that I have in between them. Let me get my long fork for that. Don't think I want to stick a little bitty fork down in there, guys, because I do not want to get burned. I know, it's kind of makeshift, guys, but hey, it works. Use what you got. Like I say, it's a lot thicker. I have high hopes. But according to what I have found online, that is the way you process jelly if it doesn't set. I'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching.